Hello, Pastor Nate here with this week's 2-minute teaching. And I recently had to do some work on one of our cars. I had taken it to the mechanic. They said that it needed a new power steering pump and it was going to be like $500 to get it fixed. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to do this myself. So I went and bought the part for like 75 bucks at the hardware store and got to work. But before you can put in the new part, you have to take out the old part. And as I'm sitting there working on it, this is an old car. It was a 92 car. And so I'm sitting there trying to get the old power steering pump out. And a lot of the bolts had rusted on and gotten corrosion on them, so I really couldn't do it. I had to put all my weight, all my effort into getting that part out. And if I hadn't had to deal with that, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, actually. You know, just loosening some bolts, taking it out, putting the new one in, putting new bolts on. But because of that corrosion and that rust, it took me forever to do it. And it kind of made me think about how when we are trying to get rid of our sin ourselves, we're trying to overcome it on our own, whatever that may be, whether it's an addiction or attitudes, anger, bitterness that you're hanging on to, and you're trying to conquer it on your own without the help of Christ. And really, as believers, there's nothing that we can do on our own that's worth doing. And so we really need Jesus and his blood to wash us and cleanse us from our sin, to be able to turn it over to him. And 1 John chapter 1 verse 7 says, "But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of his Son, Jesus Christ, cleanses us from all sin." And see, when we allow Jesus to come and do the work in cleansing us and getting rid of those things, it makes our work in getting rid of sin in our lives so much easier, because we're not trying to do it and strive on our own. We're allowing him to come in and fill us up and change us. And so if you've got something that you just feel like you need to deal with in your life, maybe it's an attitude that you've had, maybe it's a sin that you keep going back to, or bitterness that you're clinging on to, allow the blood of Christ to come and just wash over you in that. Surrender it to him and let him take it. Instead of you trying to work really hard to not do it, let him take it from you. All right, be encouraged today and have a great week. God bless.